I still wonder many times, like, what for? Not really why. What for, God, you have decided to bring me into a relationship with someone that is just so different. So different. That shows love in a very different way. That etc. 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 Different. Yes, there's beauty.
Jambo, jambo, jambo. Habari gani, my family? How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. I'm okay. We thank God for everything. The weather is hot, but this is the coastal weather. This is the time now when, if you've never been here in the coast, this is the time, the right time to come. At least you enjoy this heat. Those people who are in cold weather, this is the time. Welcome. Come and visit Pamela's World Kenya channel. Otherwise, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for loving me this much. Sometimes when I watch, I read your comments, I feel like, oh my goodness. I wish these people, my people, can meet you in person and give you this hand and shake, 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 shake. Because you make me feel very happy. Thank you so much for the love. And may God bless you. That is all I can say, because what can I give you, my people? Mine is just to pray for you. So I pray so that God can give you long life. May you not lack anything. Keep on supporting Pamela's World Kenya channel. Support with whatever you have. If it is views, give me views. If it is likes, give me likes. If it is sharing my views, my videos, share my videos. If it is subscribing, subscribe. If it is super chatting, super chat. If it is registering, we have that option there. So thank you so much. So whom do we have here? Whom do we have here? We have Rosio Mom, Madam Parasite. Madam Parasite took us a long way. And we were just going here, just here. But he took us a long way. He brought so many things, because everything she talks about is just about her. It is just about her, how she's connecting, the energy. All these things is just about her. And this lady asked God, why did you have to give me someone whom we don't even share anything in common? Nothing, completely zero. Are these not regrets? And she comes out here talk about these things openly like this. There's nothing which she says maybe connect them with Mura sense of nothing. According to her, even her growing or coming to Africa, she was supposed to come with or without Mura sense of. She deserves whatever she is having. The subscribers whom she's having, she deserves them. Not because of Mura Sensor. Because all the time when you see her sitting, writing things on her book, it's just fighting Mura Sensor indirect. It is just fighting Mura Sensor direct. Trying to show that now she has grown. She had so many things which she is supposed to offer. She was supposed to come to Africa. She didn't know when, but she was thinking of maybe the first country which she was supposed to visit was Egypt. But she was to come anyway, with or without Mura Sensor. And she was supposed to grow with or without Mura Sensor. And she deserved that home. It doesn't mean that she built that home or not. She deserved that house or that home. So she's always talking about herself. There are some people out there, when you help them, let's just start from there. When you help them, when you remove the dirt from them, you've taken them to the river, or maybe to the lake or to the ocean, with a brush. You brush them. After brushing them, and you give them the toothbrush, they brush their teeth, do ABCD. Later on, they will stab you in your back, or on your back. They will stab you on your back, because you hear what Rosio Mom is talking about. Because what can you take and what can you leave? It is all about her. It's like someone who is coming out now to brag to people. All these things you are seeing me with, I deserve them, because I had them before. It's only that I had not started showing myself. So you wonder, if you could not show yourself, why did you decide to show yourself all this energy you are having then? Now you have energy. Who made you have this energy? Okay, we know God is she's talking about. These are things which she just downloaded and then just talking about them. She's not herself. Because yourself, you have to recognize and talk like a human being and as a lady, not like you're just praising yourself. where you come or what you are thinking, regardless of who have made you be here, still you would have made it because of having a YouTube channel. How many subscribers did you have then? And saying, oh, regardless, people think that Mura Senso have made me be who I am, but I was to be who I am. Okay, we know all that. We know God has already planned for us. But there are ways of maybe getting into where you are supposed to reach. There are ladders which people have to climb. So if this person came to your life, people come to our lives for a reason. And we have to appreciate that and acknowledge. When a partner comes to your life, you can say, oh, since I met this person, my life has changed. I was in this world, and that God, my God, was here with me. Then God sent this person to my life, or even me, I was sent to that person's life to change each other's life, you see. And that's why you find, and that's why God made man and woman. So you have to appreciate one another. But if you have this idea of, I was to be who I am today, regardless, of course, yes, you are. But still, there was someone whom you met who made you be who you are today. I'm telling you. But this one, the way she's speaking, because all this time, she took us round, but we just came here. Where now? She's regretting why God gave her someone who is not, they are not sharing anything in common, nothing. And she's not even working on those areas which they are not doing better, because almost everything is not okay, according to her. Talking about how she's been welcomed in the village. So if people have welcomed you, do you welcome these people? How are you? Why do you call them names? Why don't you want to associate with them? Welcome you well. They like you, they love you. But do you give this love in return? So let's see.
For years, I always had this feeling in my soul that one day I would come. I was never expecting Kenya. In my mind, my ego was really thinking that it would be Egypt, my magical place to come in Africa. My first step in the motherland, it would be in Egypt. That's what I thought, because I always had a very special attraction for it.
Africa was calling Rosumam, but the country which she was thinking of visiting first was Egypt, but that one never happened. She first came to Nyabohanse. It's like now, her being in Nyabohanse or her being in Kenya, this is what she's trying to say. Her being in Kenya was not by coincidence. She was supposed to come to Africa regardless. Her plans were to come to Africa and to go to Egypt. So you see her here in Africa. Don't think that she just came abrupt, not something which just came abrupt. She had plans, but all of a sudden, she had plans before. So it's not something which is a surprise, should not be a surprise to, was not a surprise to her.
I find myself coming to Kenya. I came fearless. I didn't doubt it, and it was of course I could have my own fears and doubts about it, but it was a yes. It was quickly a yes for me.
Yes, you had your plans. You wanted to visit Africa, but you could not afford to go to Egypt. So the moment this opportunity of coming to Kenya came to you, you said yes, because now it was not you who was looking for the ticket. You had someone who was paying your ticket. And because you wanted to visit Africa, and now you've gotten a free ride, and that's why you said yes. Because how can you just say yes to someone you just met, and go with that person in a different country, a country or a continent you had never been? So this Rosio mom got an opportunity because she didn't have the ticket to Africa. Not many people can afford ticket to Africa. Not only Africa, even abroad. Not all of us, but majority cannot afford to travel abroad. Same to even this lady could not. She was just reading maybe Africa one. How many people envy or want to go or want to travel to other countries? And so even someone can ask, Pamela, have you ever had a plan to go in another country? I would say yes. So I think each and every person, there are places they would love to go. Does not mean they were to go there, but it's about how can you afford going there. Can you afford going there? So the moment she got this chance of going to Kenya and someone is paying for that, she just said yes. So this is the yes and she's talking about here. Not yes because she had planned herself, or maybe she was coming to take care of herself. No, no, no. She didn't have fare then, and she got Mura Senso, and she said yes. Because she was desperate to Africa. She was desperately wanting to come to Africa. So
when I met him, I already had my YouTube channel, and he didn't actually needed to convince me to open my channel or things like that. My channel was already created, and I was working on myself to be able to hold everything that was coming for me in the future. You may wondering, you maybe you say, Rosie, what are you talking about? And yes, I was actually working with my therapist, where we really work more spiritually and energetically on the things that I want to achieve and manifest. And I really like to have a guide on that, and something particular that I.
So Rosie mom was working with her therapist and telling people that Mura Senso didn't convince her to start a YouTube channel because she already had a YouTube channel. So that YouTube channel of yours, how many views did you have? How many subscribers did you have there? Because you have to acknowledge when someone does something good to you, say yes. Don't bring so many things which you used to do. Okay, all these things spiritually or having a therapy, did it help you? It never helped you at all. Until the time you met Mura Senso does something to you, something good. Acknowledge small. If you just say yes, this man, when I met him, I was not like this, but now have grown, I've become this. Always she has to dilly-dally go around, or even before. Like now she's saying Mura Senso didn't convince her. She had a YouTube channel which she's talking about, but how was it doing? How was that YouTube? Was she known? Who knew her? Who knew this Rosie mom in this YouTube platform or in the world? We didn't know her. Nobody knew her until the time she met Mura Senso. We cannot forget even how she reached Nyabohanse. I still remember, I saw her. But now she's trying to brag how whatever she had then, she was working on herself with this therapy spiritually. Out here, people are ungrateful. Let's continue, because where we are heading is just here. But look how she's taking us around. Look how she's taking us around. Instead of just hitting, this is what is happening, because she likes bringing Mura Senso. In all her topics, she has to bring Mura Senso. Because I don't see her bringing anything different or different here on the table. It is just about the regret and the energy which she's been having, and the way she's and what she has achieved. No, makes people meet. It can make you meet. But still, the person whom he has sent you, you have also to recognize that. Oh, after meeting this one, my life changed. After this one, my life changed. But not saying, oh, my life changed, but even if I would not have met this person, still I would have made it. Because anyway, I was to board a bus. This is according to Rosie mom. I was supposed to board a bus. It's only that this bus came very fast. You see? So it's only that she was supposed to come to Africa, regardless, with or without Mura Senso. Or she was supposed to have the subscribers which she's having with or without Mura. Whatever she's having now, she was supposed to have them with or without Mura Senso. Even the house, that big house she was talking about, even before she was thinking of having or checking on houses like that. So she would have gotten the house regardless, with or without Mura Senso. Look at this lady. And I think, I'm telling you, you watch this lady, you find like this is just like a machine, not a human being who stays with people. You find her talking like someone. It is not about Mura Senso. So when you see her, do not see her like someone who maybe someone helped. No, she deserves what way she's bringing all these things. She started by saying she was supposed to come to Africa regardless. She was not convinced. She was not convinced even to start a YouTube channel because already she had one. So you, from the beginning, let's just go and you'll tell me what is she hinting. Because it's like now someone who's saying, no, you see me, And the growth which I have, this is just me. No one. It is not about someone. Let's continue.
Before this. And I remember, literally, I was living in Mexico. I didn't live in Argentina for the past 4 years. I was living in Mexico in a beach town called Puerto Escondido. And I was feeling like I was ready for something else. I always had, many of you know that I have 2 YouTube channels, one for my music and the other one that I opened months before, not too long before I met him, but some months before I met Marwa, I opened a second channel for my podcast. I always had this intention of actually having a proper podcast that I've been procrastinating, and I recorded and I stopped it. I did a few episodes in Spanish and then I stopped it, and I know it will have its time. It will have its moment. I have a new name for it. I've been working.
So this lady is trying to tell us that even before Mura Senso, she had channel, like 2 of them, she had 2. But one, like now the podcast which she's talking about, she was talking in Spanish. We saw the sister, the YouTube channel was open for her. The nephew, the YouTube channel was open for her, and they were talking in Spanish. Where are they? Even her, when she was talking in Spanish, did she achieve anything? Nothing. Zero. But now look at the things which she's trying to show people out here. My guys, I want you to get this thing. Don't just listen to Rocio Mom or what I'm trying to say. I want you to get what Rocio Mom is trying to hint. Rocio Mom is trying to hint. That's why I'm hinting on this to you. As we go along, you understand what we are trying to get out of this topic. All this talk of 2 years being in Africa. Rocio Mom is trying to tell people, even before meeting Mura Senso, she was somebody. So you who are watching her, you who are thinking maybe Mura Senso changed her life, look at the things which I used to do even before meeting Mura Senso. And I'm sure no one has told her you are not living before. Each and every person out here, people live their lives. Does not mean when you meet someone, then you are not living before. But what you need to do is just to appreciate. Do not bring this thing, oh, you see me like this. I used to be like that before. People are seeing changes in you. You are seeing growth. Ever since you met Mura Senso. Yes, you had 2 channels, but were they operating? Were they successful? They were not. So you can have as many channels. How many people have like millions of channels? But it's only one maybe which stands. So people are not talking about you not having the podcast or the other channel. Oh yes, you had. But the one which has made you to be whom you are today, the one which has made you to sit there and talk like that, is this one which Mura Senso made you open. Let's continue.
Big exposure. And I was preparing myself in this way, which it was very good for me. I really appreciate myself for doing that because it just made my things easier. Even though with the challenges I had to face and everything, I think I handled it pretty well. So when I was telling you that where I was living in the beach, and I was literally going to the beach at night by myself. I was living very, very close by myself, and I would sit at night to talk to God, to the universe, to the source, just literally talking to the sky and asking, for my desires, asking and praying and really having deep conversations for what I wanted to manifest. And the day I said, okay, I am ready for this because I can.
So this lady was living by the beach in Mexico. And then she used to go to the beach at night alone by herself. That is scary, my people, very scary. This is a lady going there at night without anybody, talking to God, because this lady likes darkness. This lady likes darkness. And darkness and light, you cannot put them together. Darkness and light, you have to select one. And that is why you find this lady with this spiritual thing. You find her connecting. It didn't start now. This is something which is in her. She has those dark feelings in her. A lady going to the to the beach at night by herself, going to talk. God doesn't want us to risk our lives for him. God is the protector, and God would not allow you, would not want you to go to the beach at night to go and talk to him. You can talk to God wherever you are, in your living room, in your inner room, in your bedroom, wherever you find fit to talk to your God, but not going at night. You know, when you go at night, no, in Africa here, maybe where you are, I don't know, people who go to like rivers at night and and oceans at night, those are not, you find them like, how do you call them? Witches, let me just say like that. I think that is the word I can use, witches. You cannot tell me you cannot talk to your God in your room. You have to go to the beach at night. That is a different God. That one is yours, that God of yours is very different. That your God is different from the one I know. The one I know, the one I believe in, you can pray anywhere. Whatever you want, just kneel down wherever you are. He will always be there, because wherever we are, he is there. So you don't need to risk your life to go to the beach at night already. No, that was something else you are looking for. That is me.
I could have come myself, yes, for sure. But God decided to put someone next to me to bring me holding hands and to bring me, I think, in a more powerful way. And he also put like a stairs for
acknowledge that Mura Sensor brought her to Africa, Kenya especially. So now she's talking about with or without Mura Sensor, still she could have made it here. So my question to her is, okay, this is a country or a continent which you wanted or which you are planning in future to visit, and then you've gotten someone, maybe a boyfriend whom you just met, taking you there. Would you not even take some? Would you not even have some few coins in your bag, in your pocket? At least maybe, because you don't know. This is someone you just met, and this is a continent you wanted to visit. Would you not carry something small in case he doesn't pay your fare back? Would you not carry something, at least your fare back, which she didn't have? So she's talking about she would have come to Africa regardless. You could not have come to Africa by yourself, because you didn't have money to bring you here. As I said earlier, excuse me, as I said earlier, many people want to travel, but it's not easy to travel. So this made her, maybe she was thinking one day, does not mean you are going to go, but now you got a free ride, now you reached Africa. So now you are thinking that you could have come without. No, you didn't have fare. You didn't have fare to come to Africa or to go back. And that's why she got stuck in Nyabohanse. She could cry a lot, but she could not leave Nyabohanse because she didn't have fare back home. Because I remember even when she was in Nyabohanse, because YouTube started to pay her when they went to Argentina. She was not getting any pay from YouTube. And here she's bragging she had 2 YouTube channels then. That the third one, which Mura Sensor she opened while with Mura Sensor. This one grew very fast, and this is where the YouTube which is paying her. Leave alone the ones which she's talking about, Cabrera, and that other one, Cabrera Music. The Cabrera Music, it's not paying her. So this one which is paying her, it started here in Kenya, and Mura Sensor really campaigned about this channel. So this made her have whatever she's having now. So these issues of how I would have come regardless, I don't think you would have come. Many people go to places just feel like now I'm in Kenya. Some are dreaming. So maybe this one of yours was dreaming. You didn't have fare to come to Africa, and you didn't have fare to go back where you were before. That's why you are in Nyabohanse crying, because there was no fare. It was just one way. There was no to and fro ticket. So that's your issue of now sitting down and telling people how with or without Mura Sensor you could still come to Africa. You could not. Let's continue hearing Mama.
The exposure that I said to heaven that I was ready, that I tell God, okay, I'm ready to be exposed. Okay, here you go, Rocio. And Marwa has been acting as a vessel for that. So I really appreciate that. And I really thank God for putting me, Marwa, in this case. I could have done all of that by myself. Yes, definitely yes, because of course I know that a lot of people think when these things happen, not just to me but also to others, there is a lot of this negative commenting saying, oh, without him you wouldn't be anything, oh, you're nothing without, if it wasn't for him, blah blah blah, you know. The truth is without him, or without those vessels that appeared in our life, we are still able to walk to our dreams, to walk to our destinies.
Rocio is taking us a long way, and we're just going here. So all these things she's talking about, she just made this video to come and tell people, you who are saying Mura Senso made me to be who I am, I would have be you who are saying that Mura Senso made me be who I am today, you are wrong. I would have been the way I am without Mura Senso. And no one is refuting that. But you have to understand, in this life, we have to grow through other people. And acknowledging them is not bad. And you should not just think that with or without Mura Senso, you would be where you are today. People are telling you this because you don't appreciate. You don't appreciate. Your mind tells you that because of your connection is hot, my people. Connection is spiritually, the way you go and connect, is the things which is making, those are the things which are making you to grow. You have to understand, Mura Senso gave you his subscribers. They know you because of Mura Senso. Acknowledge and accept that. That will not, you will never take that away. Whether you try to explain it this way or that way, you try to sugarcoat it, no. It will not make sense. Accept, so and so made me be who I am today. All of us have YouTube channels, yes. But it reaches a point whereby if your channel is not growing, and someone comes and help you or hold your hand like this and give you the subscribers, this is subscribers which you didn't have. You are having two channels which made you go nowhere. You were planning to come to Africa, but you could not reach Africa. But you just made this one, and all of a sudden you have, like now we are talking, you have talking about 46,000 subscribers within a short period. How many people have been in YouTube platform? Like 10 years, they don't even have 1K subscribers. And that's why you find people flocking in Yabohanse to go and look for, sitting there, and you've been seeing people, or you have been seeing people. How many people go to Mura Senso? How many people want Mura Senso to give them shout out? Do you think these people, they don't have their God? Do you think these people, they don't have destiny? They have destiny. But how do you reach your destiny? Someone has to hold your hand. Through prayer, God gives you someone who can hold your hand like this. So you have to appreciate. You're appreciating God, at the same time you're appreciating the person who holds your hand. I think that is how I know it. But you who think that even if maybe they hold my hand, I was to reach there regardless. It is not that way. It is not that way. So Rocio Mom is taking us around, but the destination where we are heading is just here. She's here to prove a point to those people who have been talking about Mura Senso made you to be who you are. And to those people who have been maybe talking about, and to those people who are thinking that Rocio Mom is not a queen in that home. To those people who think that Rocio is very small, she cannot live in a big house. To those people who think that Rocio, you say all these things. So she came out to prove to you, she's big. She's a big person. Her dreams are big. She deserves whatever she's having. Even houses, she used to look at houses, but now she has a house, a big one. She deserves it. She's the queen there. Let's have a look at what she's.
3,300 something subscribers, followers in Instagram, and that's when I noticed that energetically there was something within me that was feeling stuck, because I was not allowing myself to grow and to expose myself to more people. I wasn't allowing myself to more people to see me and to find me, and I wanted to know why, So that's what I was doing, all this therapy work that I told you about. When I got ready for that and exposure started to happen, today I am at 46,000 subscribers on YouTube. I am at 17,000 followers on Instagram. And In 2 years, I have the numbers here in my notes. In 2 years, I have reached 9,628,965 views. 9 million views in 2 years. 9 million people all together. If they jump, if they do one jump, 9 million together. Do the earth will shake? Probably yes. I cannot even imagine to see 9 people together.
In 2 years, and these are the 2 years she's been with Mura Senso. But according to her, because she was not exposing herself, so she went for therapy. So it is because of therapy now she got followers. Can you imagine what this lady is talking about? So these followers didn't come from Mura Senso. They came because now her going out there. What is she doing out there? I don't see her doing anything. I don't see her struggling even to make videos. People are following you because of Mura Senso. The 9 million you are talking about, these are Mura Senso subscribers. These are Mura Senso people, not about your therapy. Get this in your head, Rosio Mom. This is not about therapy. This is not about something you've done. Sometimes luck follows people. Sometimes you find where you are born makes you be who you are today. Sometimes the relationship which you have with the people, you find other people, they grow because the parents who they have. Some grow because of the relationship which they have with their friends. And you find out here, you can even find people who are not even learned, but they have been given posts through their friends. Rosio Mom, it is not about you changing anything. There's nothing which you've changed. You become even more worse because you are not doing anything. If it is GoPro, it's like any other, and you are very lazy in your videos. So you are just lucky. People are watching you because of Mura Senso. And many people have come to watch you to see the growth of the baby. So it is not you who have changed this through therapy. I'm telling you. These are the people who Mura Senso gave you. And this is the reason why I started by telling you this lady is taking us around. Because she brought this topic to let you know that it is not about whom you think. It is not about Mura Senso who have made me be who I am today. I've been doing this and that. Remember, she told us that she used to go to the beach at night. So these are the things which are bringing her changes. You see, she doesn't see it like now the people who are supporting her are from Mura Senso's camp. So she's seeing like now she's doing things differently because she's gone for therapy to get viewers. Now she's gotten like 9 million in 2 years. Those 2 years are the 2 years you've been with Mura Senso. Acknowledge, accept, and sometimes learn to talk like someone who has a partner. It's also good, and it is healthy for your family. You don't need to sit down anytime you sit. You talk like a single person. You're just talking like someone who doesn't have someone who is helping her. It is just about you and the effort which you made, not even seeing other person's effort. You're just saying like this thing like were meant to be yours, regardless these subscribers were supposed to be yours, with or without meeting Mura Senso. I don't think that is right at all. It is not right. But this one, we know her because she is delusional. Because as I said earlier, there are some people, once you help them, when they grow, they just stab you on your back. And this is what we are seeing here, because she's trying to sugarcoat it, trying to make it don't look like Mura Senso is not there, but she's just trying to push Mura Senso away, trying to show people that ever since she's been working on this journey, and now this is what has happened because of the changes which she has made in her life, has made her to be who she is today. Madam, I tell you, it is about Mura Senso. There's nothing which you've done. There's nothing which you've done. It is about Mura Senso. If it were not for Mura Senso, you would not be there, I'm telling you. You'll be still stuck in Mexico, singing in the beaches, I'm telling you, and going at the beach at night.
Another teaching that my stay in the motherland has brought to me is realizing and understanding that my purpose does not only rely on my career. for many, many years, I would describe myself as Rocio the singer, and that's it. But Rocio is more than that. Even Rocio and her voice is not only to sing. Rocio have a voice that can speak, and I can, and I'm not just that. Rocio travels. Rocio now is a mother, and she's sharing her experience. Rocio is this, Rocio is that, etc., etc., etc. Yes, the singing is part of it, but I always put a lot of pressure in my singing career, thinking that that was my big purpose in life, and that's what I should be doing, and there shouldn't be any moment for me to stop and to pause, because I have to live with purpose and walk in my mission, etc., etc. And I just realized that I'm more than that. And just because of that, to be able to realize that, is why my singing has been paused when I came to the motherland. I was also being intentional in growing my community, and I grew it, but not for singing. People didn't came to me for how Rocio sings. People came to me because Rocio was showing herself the way she is in her day by day, in her traveling, in doing all the things, but not singing. When I came to Africa, I stopped singing. I paused the singing. Many of you know. Many of you haven't even said.
So when she came to Africa, she stopped singing. Rocio the singer. So people don't know her as Rocio the singer. So this community which you've been building, where have you been building this community? Yeah? Through the channel which Mura Senso opened for you, through the people who Mura Senso gave you. These are the community which you have. Before you used to have two channels, but you didn't have the big community. But look at what you have now. The community which you have, you are sharing with Mura Senso, because Mura Senso gave you this community. It is not about singing. It is not about the things which you are doing. There's nothing which you are doing differently. Most of the people, they watch you because of Mura Senso. Accept it. Not because you've done something. Not because you are showing anything. What is it that you are showing? Most of the time you are just roaming around there. Always crying, I'm lonely. Is that how you are showing yourself out here? Is that the reason why people are following you? Crying and complaining, not doing anything in the villa, just walking around, sitting to be served. Is that what you are showing the world? Because if it is that, if it were not Mura Senso and the Rocio you are talking about, is that Rocio who just sit and being served, Rocio who does not do anything, Rocio who is always complaining, Rocio who is not supportive to the husband. Is that what you are trying to tell us? You would still be having community? You would not be having. With the character which you have, Rocio who insults people, calls people parasite, is that the character whom you think can give you the community? I don't think so. If it were not for Mura Senso, the character which you have is smelling. No one would be following you. I'm telling you. So it is not about you. Your YouTube is not about you. Your YouTube is about Mura Senso and the baby. The baby has made your YouTube to grow. That is according to me. Because people want to see how the baby is growing, because we love the baby. People love this baby. That is why you are getting views, and because people want to see how is he growing. But not because there's anything you've done. The only thing which you've done is to give Mura Senso a baby. So that makes people to love watching your vlog by wanting to know, is the baby walking? Is the baby crawling? How is he? That is all. Otherwise, there's nothing which you are doing which can make people follow you.
No, you have no idea of what I have to offer as a singer. But it happened purposefully. It happened for me to realize that I am more than that. And I grew up a community that didn't focus on me, that didn't like me just because the way I sing. Actually, and I will never forget this message, when I was working with my therapist, and she told me, Rocio, I want to share this with you because maybe it can just be an eye-opener for you. But she told me, Rocio, people don't like you for the way you sing. People like you for who you are. And that didn't make sense for me until I lived all this process here of Rocio in Kenya of Rocio not singing, but Rocio still attracting people that likes her, that values her, that admire her, and Rocio's not singing. So I needed to pause my main thing, the thing that I value the most.
I'm telling you, these things which Rocio is talking about, she went and printed them from ChatGPT because you wonder what is it that she was doing differently. Because if she was singing, so what is it that you are showing? What is it that your therapy was showing you or was telling you to do? If you are not singing and you are a singer, so what is it that you are going to offer? What are you offering then? Because now that is not the time you had this big community. During that period, you didn't have even that big follower. But now your therapy told you to stop this singing and to show the world who Rocio can offer. You yourself, what were you offering then? What were you offering then? Don't just print things here and bring to people here. Because these things she just printed and then now brought them here. This lady is out of her mind, I'm telling you. Because you analyze these things which she's talking about, it's like you're talking to yourself. Even she doesn't know what she's talking about. And that's why I said she's taking us around and she's taking us just to where we know already. Rocio is regretting having Mura say so. I grew myself without doing anything. How can one grow without doing anything? Were you parading yourself like this and then people come and subscribe, Rocio ma'am? If it were not for Mura says so, you could not just sit like this. You grew yourself without doing anything. And that shows everything you have, you've been given in a silver plate like this. Mura Senso just gave you things like this and then you carry it. And that's why you are saying it now. You grew without doing anything exactly. You've not done anything, but you are growing. The character which people are seeing in you is a character which people cannot subscribe if it were not for Mura Senso. You are not likable. How would people subscribe to your channel? You are not likable. You insult people. You hate people. You don't want people near you. You call people parasites. You hate the villagers. You said yourself you are welcomed well, and what did you do to them? Are you welcoming them? And you are calling them names. You don't want them closer to you. You don't even want Mura Senso to be close to the sister. You don't even want Mura Senso to do his job. You are following Mura Senso here. You are forgetting whatever you are eating there comes from the work he's doing in YouTube vlogging. You who doesn't want people to be given a shout out, knowing this is part of Mura Senso's job. Without shout out, you have nothing. So what is it that you are supposed to give people to support you? What is it that you are showing people? If it is not for Mura Senso.
Yes, we have a lot of history in caring so much about which color is our skin. And I came to a place where I don't have that. I'm very different. And yet the community has welcomed me beautifully. I never had a feeling of rejection at all. Do prices get higher for me? Yes. But am I walking on the village of everywhere and I hear hello, and I receive smiles all over? Yes, as well. Just because being different. I must say that Kenyans, particularly because I'm here, they are very happy to receive someone from other place of the world, and that makes things.
How do you treat these people who welcome you well, or people who love you? How do you treat them yourself? Because you have to return the favor. How are you returning the favor? These people who love you this much, you call them names, you call them parasites. You are closing doors for them. That is the reward which you are giving the people who loves you. You are just contradicting yourself. These people love you, and what do you do to them? You don't want to see always on edge. Oh, you are lonely. If your husband worked with a person, oh, I'm lonely. No, we are taking a break. So she's talking about she was not comfortable getting pregnant. You see? It's like she was seeing this like disrespectful when people were talking about this because of the community. All they think about is having a baby. It is not about community. Look at where you are coming from. Hmm? You are very many in your family. So it is not something you can say, oh, in Africa, children are blessings from God. And if you decided you want to be with this man, when a mother-in-law asks you, I don't think it's something bad. People can ask you, okay, you've come to join us. Huh? What do you think? You have to produce. Mura Senso wants 10 kids. This is something which he's been saying all the time. So you are in Mura Senso's life.
When it comes to the African culture, limits, boundaries, and privacy come here, and Africans come here. So, yes, I arrived to a place where I started to receive a lot of pressure in my motherhood journey, and when and how, and get ready and quickly, and this and that and that. So that really brought a strong discomfort. I was annoyed about those type of comments about my motherhood, because not that it was something that I was rejecting. I always saw myself as a mother in the future, but it wasn't like a big dream. I didn't grow up thinking, oh, my biggest dream is to be a mother. No, not really. I always felt that was something that was meant to happen in my life, but I didn't put a lot of pressure on that. It was just, it was meant to happen one day in its perfect timing. But it was something that I was always seeing in the future. One day I will. One day. Not anytime soon. And that is something that happened for me. So, receiving lots of comments of when I should become a mother was really annoying me. And I remember having a conversation with a friend that she helped me to open my eyes and to see things with a different perspective, because she actually asked me, like, okay, ask yourself why the...
So mom is saying during the time when she realized that she was expecting, she was not that excited or not feeling okay, because she was not ready for that. According to her, she's talking about there was a lot of pressure on her, that maybe Africans. It is not about Africans. Babies are not just meant for Africans alone. And this pressure she's talking about, was the husband the one giving her pressure? Because you have to say, who was giving you pressure? Was it the Mura Senso? And Mura Senso, I know and I'm sure when he met you, he told you about the 10 kids which he wants. And you coming to Mura Senso's life, and this is something which was in the internet, unless maybe you are not watching Mura Senso's videos. And I'm sure when you met Mura Senso told you about the children. So you should not say it was annoying you and it was frustrating you. Maybe there was pressure. Pressure from who? Because you have one person who was not mingling with other people. Just say, my husband or my boyfriend used to say this, and my mother-in-law was asking me. Of course, yes. You want to marry a man who wants 10 kids. What do you expect? You are there almost, you finish like a year is almost ending. And you are staying with him. And this is someone who does not hide. Because if you are talking about maybe you are not happy, I don't think you are saying the truth, because you knew exactly what Mura Senso wanted. And you jumped into Mura Senso's life. And then when maybe he started asking you about the babies, because this is what he wants. Even up to now, it is not about them. Even up to now, Mura Senso is still talking about 10 children. He's been talking about that. So you coming to his life, of course he had a right to ask you, because maybe you talked about this thing and he is not seeing you maybe getting pregnant. Maybe that is the reason why he was asking you. Even mother-in-law, not only you. People are being asked, does not mean that they are forcing you. No one can force you. And furthermore, no one can create a baby. It's only God who can give babies. People can talk, but if God does not allow it, it cannot happen. So you wanted this. And I don't think there's anybody who put a gun on your head. You wanted to be pregnant. Not say here you are not excited. You cannot tell me you are eating food and you don't know you will go to the toilet. Of course you will go to the toilet. You don't want to go to the toilet, you don't eat. But you are eating and then you are saying you are not excited. This is what you wanted. You planned this and you are waiting for just the time. Even during this period when she was pretending that she was hungry, already she was expecting. That period when she was pretending she's hungry, people are asking her when she's getting pregnant. She was already pregnant. So these are just nonsense she's talking about here. Because if she didn't, by now as we speak, we would not be having that. Because no one forced her. But Mura Senso laid his cards on the table and said, I want 10 kids. So she should not pretend. This is something which she knew from Mexico. Mura Senso talks about this thing every now and then. Unless maybe she was not a Mura Senso's follower. She didn't know Mura Senso. Of course, she didn't know him. But the few days which they met or they sat together, Mura Senso, I'm sure, Mura Senso told him about his intention and the amount of kids he wants. But now she's saying, oh, there was pressure. There was no pressure. You took yourself where the pressure was. If you never wanted, you would not have dated Mura Senso. Because I'm sure he told you about this. So you cannot say, oh, I was under pressure. You brought the pressure on yourself. You would have dated people who don't want kids. There are many out there. But you came to someone who already known, like someone who wants 10 kids. Mura Senso is known in the internet by wanting 10 kids. So you cannot say here it was a pressure. You brought the pressure on yourself. And you are liking it.
So much intrusive topic, in many cultures, just saying things like that is very disrespectful, so I was feeling like it was too intrusive.
There was nothing disrespectful there. If you wanted to be in the relationship, you would have just said, yes, I am in. I can only give you maybe like one baby. Are you ready for that? Or do you accept that? And then you sit down and you agree. This is someone who wants 10 babies. You cannot say you are being disrespected. No. You are here in a home where the owner wants 10 kids and then you feel disrespected. What keeps you there? Why don't you go home? Because you are planning to come to Africa. As well, you can go back. Why didn't you go home when you felt like this? Why were you still there? What were you still waiting for? Because these people were not, you never liked what they were telling you. You are in a place where you feel like now you're not comfortable. You just go home, but you stayed because you liked what you were getting there. You liked what you are getting there. So don't come here and pretend, oh, I felt like I was being disrespected. What did you do about it? Did you leave? You never left. Up to now, as we speak, you are there. Running to Nairobi, doing this until you just come. You go back where you feel uncomfortable.
It was a big door for me to accelerate the manifestation for my dream and my exposure and things and this and that. But why he came to me to help me in this way? Because I deserve it. Because God sent it to me because I deserve it, So I've been learning that process of owning the idea that I deserve what I have. And that's why it's happening to me. That I'm still in the process, of course, to learn is, for example, this idea of this beautiful big house that I am living in today and really feel myself like I am the queen of the house, And the funny part is that even before I met Marwa, in my vision board of the things I wanted to manifest, there was pictures of house that looks very much like this, So sometimes we can just sabotage ourselves by thinking, okay, I didn't build it, so I don't really deserve it.
I told you in the beginning, this lady is just bringing it here. She's just taking us around, but just bringing it here. Rosa is trying to tell people that her being in that home or in the villa, she deserves that. It doesn't matter whether she's the one who built it. She deserves that. She's the queen. She is the queen. That house is her house. And I don't think there's anybody who have told her not to stay in that house, not to be a queen. She is a queen without crown because she doesn't behave like a queen herself. When visitors visit Mura Senso, she is always not there. She acts like a visitor. A queen rules, but you don't rule. You want to put it on with your mouth. You want to say, I'm a queen, I'm a queen. What are you doing differently? Are you welcoming Mura Senso's visitor? You are not. Are you cooking for Mura Senso? You don't. Are you taking care of your home? You don't. We see like the other day, Congrats mom checked the villa. The villa was in a mess. You don't even assign duties as a queen. You don't assign duties. You don't have workers. You don't pay people well. You say, oh, Mura says the other day was saying we have like we have like more than 12 people. What are they doing? 12 of them. We saw the video of Congrats Mom. It was in a mess. And you call yourself a queen who is not taking care of her throne, her palace. The palace is Shagala Bagala. A queen who is just roaming around, just carrying the baby. You call yourself a queen and you say whatever you have you deserve? I don't think so. You don't deserve anything. We want a queen who shows herself or who acts like a queen, not acting by mouth. That is what I see here. You don't know your duties as a queen at all. You know how to talk, printing chat GPT to bring to people here. You're not putting them into practice. Do you care about the king's friends? The visitors of the king? There are so many visitors who visit palace. So you don't be a queen who does not want to welcome visitors. Because it's a place where many people go. So you have to understand. You have to understand you are king. But you want to be the king, you want to be the queen. It cannot work like that. And you are saying, despite you finding this house here, you still own it. Okay, you can own it, but you can own it without authority. So you might be there, but without authority. So that authority, how do you get it? How do you earn it? By acting like a queen who knows what she's doing.
I don't have to be the first one putting the brick to be able to manifest. Sometimes we buy houses that are already done. We are not really the architects of it, you know. And I'm still owning that idea. Why? Because I'm still working in it. It was, at the beginning, I felt like a visitor here, and for a long time I felt more like a visitor, like I wasn't really able to set the rules and feel like this is my home and create a home and etc. etc. I'm still and feel like the queen of the house, you know.
These rules which you are setting them to your husband, or you are setting them to the visitors who are visiting, and or you are setting them to yourself. Why is it that you want to bring many rules? You are not even married yet. How do you put yourself to be a queen without a ring in your finger? Rosio Mom, you have to have that ring to give you authority. You still don't have authority in that house. Truth be told, Mura Senso refused to give you the ring. Mura Senso is still checking if you fit in that home. And now you want to start, you felt like you could not give rules. Rules for what? Rules for what? Making Mura Senso's visitors not to come. And I think these are the reasons why sometimes you cry, you feel lonely, because you're not on the same page. Because number one, you have to understand whom did you choose, or whom did you choose to stay with. This is a YouTuber, understand it in your mind. With him, he doesn't just sit and get what he's getting. You just sit and things come. You get community. With him, he has to beg for what you're eating. He has to do this and that. And through these subscribers or the friends, you get what you have, and you get that house which you didn't build. And now you want to block ways of the king, ways of taxes. You want to block. I don't think that is going to work. And I think this is the reason why you felt like you are a visitor. You just wanted to come and make rules. Oh, you just, now that you entered Mura Senso's life, yeah, you can control Mura Senso, you can control the subscribers, and that's why you felt that way. Until you change that mind you have. Even these houses, you don't need to have very strict rules to be with your people or your children or your home. No. Just be a good man and people will follow whatever you ask them to do. But if you want to put strict rules, people will just work when you are there. When you are not there, they don't work. We saw it when you were in Mombasa. There's nothing which was operating in this villa, this palace. The palace was like a junkyard, I'm telling you. When Congrats Mom showed the video, I thought, is this just a place where people don't live? Which place is this? Are we in junkyard again? Now this one could not make rules, because these are the things which are making her to cry. These are the things which are making her to cry, because she wants to rule people. She wants to set boundaries. You wonder these boundaries are for what? These are just people who are working for you. You should also know that you cannot be in such a big villa without workers. You cannot be with a YouTuber and you don't find people visiting you. And these are the rules which you want to put. I don't want people to come here. That cannot work, and it will not work. The queen, these are not going to work.
People around telling me, you think you're a queen? Well, you're not. There was a part of me that was just smiling with peace, because inside I was saying, you have no idea. You have no idea. And life started to prove me that I am, that I am. So get confused.
To be a queen, you don't appoint yourself, and you cannot say, I am a queen. Let people call you queen, and let you be made a queen. Let Mura Senso make you a queen. Do not force yourself into the throne. Do not force yourself to be on the throne. Let Mura Senso put you on the throne, because the way you are talking like now you want to grab this throne. I don't think you will rule forever. If you have this mind, you are not ruling, you want to be a queen. Rosemary is forcing herself to be a queen, to sit on the throne, and she's not been voted yet to be the queen. She's not appointed. She's not the appointed queen, but she's telling people that I am, forcing herself. You cannot, unless you are made queen. Unless Mura says so, make you a queen. He hasn't done that. Whether you say it by mouth, until it is protocols. You will not even pass the test yet. No engagement yet, and no marriage yet. How do you become a queen? By mouth? That's a lie. You can never be. You will always remain baby mama to Mura Senso. I'm telling you. You will always be baby mama. Before having that ring on your finger, you are still baby mama.
I'm owning that idea more. Even though I still have my challenges, especially living with someone, I cannot set all the rules. I need to find a balance as well of allowing the man who actually built this house to make it his home, and the decisions he made before meeting me, and the way that he also likes to have his house, and the people that comes in and out, etc., that there's many things that if I have to choose, I wouldn't do it, because I like to feel like my home is my sacred space, and I take care of who comes in and out.
Look at what this lady is trying to talk about. Because these things of rules which she wants to put in the villa, these are the things which are making them to fight. If you don't know now, you know. These are the things which are making her to struggle. Because she wants to set rules which has no meaning at all. Because she's talking about, if it were her, no one would be coming in and out. This is not your home, and this is not Mura Senso's home. This home was built by subscribers, those people whom you are seeing in and out. They are the people who built this house. Even you living in that home, without the subscribers, you would not even have a voice, because you would not be having money yourself to open your mouth. You were in Mexico and no one knew you. You were in Mexico, no one knew you. Now that these people have made you go to the bank to be getting money, now you want to set rules for them. You are very shameless, I'm telling you. You are very shameless, Rosio Ma'am. And I think the evil thoughts which this lady has, these are the things which are making her not to be happy. She will not be happy until the time she will drop all these things which she has in mind. And I think this is the worst mistake Mura Senso made. Meeting Rosio Ma'am was the worst. Because Rosio Ma'am is the one who is going to make Mura Senso go down. She is not easy to deal with. She is not easy to deal with. And to stay with Rosio Ma'am is like, I don't know. Mura Senso is getting it rough staying with this lady. Look now, she's the one who wants to give Mura Senso space. This is Mura Senso's home. The subscribers' home. You have no say in this home. If the subscribers say, Mura Senso, open gate for this, such a person, Mura Senso will defy your orders and will open the gate. How many times have you closed this gate and it is being opened? You have no say. You are a queen without a tooth. You cannot talk. You can only talk, or you can only make decision while talking on camera. But when it comes to decision making, you cannot make any decision in that home. So you better get used to it, and you better calm down, and you better know that, you have to understand, this man whom you married is not someone who is just going to the office, or a banker who is going to the office and coming back. This is someone different. This is like a politician. He deals with so many people. And this is a home of many people. Without these people, Mura Senso would be nothing, and you would not even have talked to him. I'm sure you would not even talk to him. You followed him because of what he has. He showed you the villa and you came. You didn't ask who built this villa. You just thought, when I go to this villa or when I stay here, I will make rules. This villa has its owners. The villa has its owners, and you've been seeing these things, the gifts which you are seeing, the things which you are always arranging. Do you think they're yours? These gifts which you are receiving, the fridges, the freezers, all these, are they yours? Have you ever seen Mura Sensor taking you to go shopping? All these things are from subscribers, and then you want to tell them not to come into this home. You want to set rules. They are going to set rules for you. If you are not careful, you will go back to Mexico. I'm telling you, you will go back with this mind which you have. You might go back to Mexico. I'm telling you.
To find comfort in how things are working today, but and finding the balance also with the other side, which is my partner, and respect the ways that he likes to live as well. You know, I'm not alone in this boat, so but I do feel like, once again, owning the idea that I deserve this house, owning the idea that I deserve to grow my YouTube channel to thousands and thousands and thousands, and it doesn't matter even if I met the biggest one that actually helped me to reach a bigger number, I deserve it. Although those things happen to me because I deserve it. And especially, I don't have to stay small because the room is big. That is something that I was feeling before. You know, I was feeling small in this house. This house is big, and me, I was feeling small. No, I don't stay small anymore. And if the room is big, and I'm supposed to be in this room, it's because I deserve it. So that I don't have to make myself small just because I'm in a big space.
So is owning the house, the YouTube space. It doesn't matter how you see her. She wants to own everything. So that is Rosio's mom, trying to force herself, trying to force things to come her way. Because this one shows that the fact that ever since she got a baby or she had a baby, she thinks that she has more say than before. This is what she's trying to hint here. And this is what she thinks can make her to be a queen. We've seen many marriages. People have children and still they divorce. A child cannot keep you somewhere. A child cannot make a husband love you. A child cannot make a man love you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So don't think that the fact that you have a baby who Mura Sensor loves dearly, and as we love him dearly, can make you stay with Mura Sensor or can make you make rules in the villa. If that is what you are thinking, then you are here for a rude shock. You will be here for a rude shock. Remember when you went to Nairobi, Mura Sensor didn't even come for you. He didn't come for you, my dear, the queen.
Bro, but he's my anchor. And he's also my biggest challenge. Many times, not just one. I just wanted to say, hello God, we need to talk. How come? You know, we like, especially when we like someone, is because we have a lot in common. Yes, I do have a lot of common with my partner today, with Marwa, but we are very different worlds, very different culture. A relationship with someone that belongs to a different culture, it can be very, very challenging because it's about values. It's about the way I grew and what is normal to me. And I still wonder many times, like, what for? Not really why. What for, God, you have decided to bring me into a relationship with someone that is just so different. So different, that shows love in a very different way.
Guys, it is too hot. I'm moving here and there. So you heard Rosio's mom. Rosio's mom is not comfortable with Mura Sensor. Rosio's mom has nothing in common with Mura Sensor. Everything is not working, I'm telling you. And this is why she was taking us round. Nothing is working because there's nothing, not even one. They are not sharing anything. There's nothing in common about them, nothing. And they're not even working on that because maybe if you have different things, you don't relate, nothing. You can still work on this. She should be telling us we are working on this, we are working in that. But with her, it's like she's regretting, why God, why did you have to do this to me? Why? Because she wants this home, this house, but she doesn't love the person who built this house. And that's why she's not working on these areas which they should work on. She doesn't love Mura Senso. She doesn't want, she's regretting. And I wonder why Mura Senso is still having this lady who always come out here and talk about family issues. Mura Senso told us or talked about, do not make family as a content. Do not make content out of family issues. But this lady always, she has to bring family things out here. Now it is a regret. God, why did you make it happen? Why did you allow it? It is still open, Rosio Mom. You are not even engaged. You are not even married. You are free to go. You don't even need papers to leave Mura. Mura Senso had seen it long time. That's why he decided not to give you a ring, because he's been watching you, studying you keenly. And now he's seeing you. He's seeing your character. So do not be fooled that when you have a baby can keep you somewhere. No. I don't think so. So that is Rosio Mom. Just came here to tell people that whatever she has, she deserves that. And it is not about Mura Senso. And then Mura Senso is the worst thing which has happened to her in her life, because they share nothing in common. Nothing completely. So otherwise the video has been long. The fan is on. It's very hot. And that's why you see me like red. I'm wiping all the time. So thank you so much, my people, for subscribing in advance. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for loving me this much. Subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, share my video, and let me know what you think of today's video. Thank you and bye-bye. Thank you so much. Bye.